Hi, I'm Colin Broz, and today I will be teaching you how to study. I will teach you how to study properly to obtain good grades. Have you ever woken up in the morning of an exam and in a panic because you felt like you weren't prepared enough for the exam? Well, I have, and it's not a good feeling. So everyone knows how important it is to study, but not everybody knows how to study properly. Today I'll be showing you the proper way to study so you don't ever feel that panic feeling ever again. Studying the proper way can really improve your test results, which implying it will improve your overall GPA. So first step we will learn is how to get organized to study, then to organize study groups, when to study, and preparation day before exam. Now let's turn to our first step of preparing for an exam. So first, you want to get organized to study. It's very important because you want to have all your papers, everything right there so that you can have the best study material right in front of you. Everything is right there. So first, you want to get your notes that you covered all in class, and you want to make sure they cover everything. Second, get your textbooks, your articles, anything that covers material. Make sure it's all with you when you are studying, because it makes a world of difference, because you can just have any answer right here in your textbook or in one of these articles or anything. Next, organize all material in one specific folder or binder like this right here. It's just a little folder. You can put anything in there, any of the papers or anything, or a 3-ring binder. You can just fit anything in there. Lastly, study in a quiet place, because you can really get the optimum studying when it's in a quiet place. Because if you're in a place where you have all these distractions and everything, you're not going to be locked into the material like you need to be. So it's good to just have any distractions just out of there. Like what I do is I have my phone and I put it in a different room, or I put it in my bag or something, and I put it across the room so it's just not even close to me. Now, everybody knows how to organize to study. So now let's talk about the effective ways to study. So one really important way and really effective way is to organize a study group. So what you want to do is you want to get a group of people together after class or in class if it's allowed, and go over the material that y'all are not familiar with, and just look over anything that you might have questions about, and you never know if one of your classmates can answer it or not. So they're effective because they provide information that you might have missed. You could have missed a class and not been taught it, like for example, math. You will have the material, you can get notes from somebody, but being in a study group will help you understand the step-by-step problem, how to go through that and understand it properly. According to the research held by Neil Strozier, he came to the result that students, when they worked together in collaborative teams, they learned material way better than they would just sitting alone at their desk. Which also implies outside the classroom, this is good so that everybody can learn the material. It'll be very, very useful for you. So moving on to the next step, we'll talk about when to study. Studying in advance will really help you. Everybody knows that you have to study in advance because that's what all the teachers say, but nobody actually does it. But if you actually do it, it helps tremendously, because it's not going to be new to you when you study later, closer to the due date of the exam. So another thing, study when you have downtime. This is very important because, if you're just bored at your dorm, at your apartment, just anything, you can just study, and it's doing nothing but helping you. You'll be fine if you just study on your downtime. Next, study the night before the exam. This is very important because it's very fresh to you before you go to sleep. It's unconsciously on your mind before you go to sleep, and that's very important. And lastly, do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate when it comes to studying, because it's only going to hurt you. Going off that point, you should always prepare the day before the exam, because this is very important. So study the material that you were previously struggling with. So make sure you have all the material that you have been struggling with. Make sure you ask other friends and everything about it so you can get it clear in your mind before you take that test. Review all the material before you go to sleep. This is like right before you go to sleep because it's on your mind. And lastly, get a good sleep. Don't go all night studying, because everybody does that, but you want to study until you have to go to bed at a certain time, because it'll be better on you. Remember, to get good grades on your test, you should organize before you study so you don't get lost in material on the test. Get a group together to study with. Study frequently and prepare the day before. And lastly, ace the test. As Robert Kowalski once said, you become what you study. Thank you.